Do you recognize that person in the mirror? The one who makes excuses? The one who settles? The one who lets fear dictate their life? It's a face you know all too well, sometimes tired, sometimes frustrated, sometimes just desperately wishing for change, but never quite moving toward it. It's time to face the truth. That version of you is not your friend. It's not your ally. It's the single biggest obstacle standing between where you are and the life you crave. Kill that weak version of yourself. For too long, many of us have carried around a burden, a shadow self that holds us back. Jim Rohn, a legendary philosopher of personal development and achievement, never sugarcoated this reality. He spoke with unwavering honesty, urging us to do something drastic, something profound, to kill that weak version of ourselves. This isn't about being harsh for the sake of it. It's about saving yourself from a lifetime of mediocrity, excuses, and regret. Jim Rohn's message is clear. If you want to build a new, powerful life, you must first destroy the weaker self that clings to comfort, fear, and doubt. But what is this weak version of yourself? Let's break it down piece by piece. It's not about muscle or physical strength. It's about mental toughness, emotional endurance, and the courage to act even when it's hard. The weak version of you is the one who procrastinates relentlessly. Always tomorrow. Always later. You know this version well. The one that promises to start after one more episode, after one more scroll through social media, after one more night of just taking it easy. This is the thief of your potential. Every delay is a brick in the wall that separates you from your goals. The weak self craves comfort over growth. It's the part of you that chooses the easy path, that avoids discomfort at all costs. It whispers that change is dangerous, that staying in the familiar is safer, even if the familiar is unfulfilling. This version of you is terrified of the unknown and does everything possible to stay within the tiny, suffocating boundaries of what's already known. It makes excuses, not progress. This self blames the weather, the boss, the parents, the economy, anything and everything except itself. The weak self convinces you that your circumstances are responsible for your lack of progress. It never takes responsibility. It never asks, what can I do differently? Instead, it's always, why is this happening to me? It doubts your capabilities. This self is the inner critic that whispers, you can't. You're not good enough. Others are more talented, more lucky, more deserving. It's the voice that keeps you from even trying, that paralyzes you into inaction. It is easily swayed by negativity and the opinions of others. Every harsh word, every criticism, every negative comment becomes a reason to shrink, to play smaller. Instead of holding fast to your own convictions, the weak self lets other people's doubts become your own. And perhaps most of all, it lacks discipline and consistency. This is the self that starts strong but fizzles quickly, the self that makes grand plans but abandons them at the first sign of difficulty. It's the self that says, this year I'll change everything, but by February is right back where it started. Why use such a strong word? Kill? Because the weak self isn't just an inconvenience, it's a saboteur. If you don't actively dismantle it, if you don't root it out and replace it, it will destroy your dreams and your confidence. The cost of inaction is immense. If you let the weak self live, it will steal your dreams. Your biggest aspirations will remain just that, dreams, never reality. The job you wanted, the business you dreamed of, the relationships you hoped to build, the adventures you longed for. They will always be someday, and someday never comes. It will erode your confidence. Every time you break a promise to yourself, every time you settle for less, every time you let yourself off the hook, you chip away at your own self-worth. The weak self is a confidence killer, a voice that grows louder with every defeat. It will leave you with the weight of regret. Imagine looking back years from now, realizing you settled for less than you were capable of. Regret is heavy. It's a burden that grows as time passes, and it is the inevitable result of letting the weak self win. And worst of all, it will prevent you from living a truly fulfilling life. You'll merely exist, going through the motions, never truly thriving. The weak self ensures that your potential remains unlived, your talents untapped, and your happiness limited. But understand this, This isn't about self-loathing. It's about self-preservation. It's about unlocking your true, powerful self. The self that's been waiting to emerge, the self you were always meant to become. So how do you perform this necessary execution? How do you kill the weak version and let your true self step forward? It's not a single act, but a daily battle. It's a continuous act of conscious choice and consistent effort. Here's how you begin. First, embrace discipline over motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Some days you'll wake up inspired, other days you won't. That's normal. But discipline is your bedrock. It's what you do even when you don't feel like it. The strongest people aren't always motivated, but they are always disciplined. They do what they said they would do, day after day, no matter what. Second, take full responsibility. This is the most radical, empowering step you can take. Stop blaming. Stop outsourcing your results to your circumstances. Own your choices, your actions, and your outcomes. You are not a victim. You are the architect of your life. The day you take full responsibility is the day you reclaim your power. Third, cultivate a hunger for knowledge and growth. Jim Rohn famously said, "Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune." Never stop learning. Read books, listen to podcasts, seek mentors, attend seminars. Do whatever it takes to expand your mind and your skills. Growth is uncomfortable, but it's the only way to leave the weak self behind. Fourth, master your inner dialogue. The weak self thrives on negative self-talk. It tells you you're not enough, that you'll never make it. Challenge those thoughts. Replace "I can't" with "How can I?" Reframe setbacks as learning opportunities. When you fail, ask, "What did this teach me? How can I use this to get better?" Your inner voice can be your fiercest critic or your greatest ally. Choose wisely. Fifth, set high standards and non-negotiables. Demand more from yourself. Define your core values and live by them, no matter what. Don't lower your standards to meet your current circumstances. Raise your circumstances to meet your standards. Write down your goals. Hold yourself to them. Make some things non-negotiable. Your health, your growth, your effort, your integrity. Sixth, surround yourself with excellence. You become like the people you spend the most time with. If you spend time with people who complain, procrastinate, and settle, you'll do the same. Seek out those who inspire you, challenge you, and elevate you. Build a circle of accountability. Celebrate each other's wins. Push each other to be better. And finally, take consistent, imperfect action. Don't wait for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect feeling. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Small, consistent steps, taken every day, compound into massive results over time. Just start. Even if you stumble, even if you fail, you're moving forward. Momentum is everything. When you relentlessly chip away at that weak version, something incredible happens. Little by little, you uncover the powerful, resilient, capable individual you were always meant to be. You'll find your voice. You'll speak with conviction, no longer silenced by self-doubt or the opinions of others. You'll pursue your passions with courage, stepping into the unknown with confidence rather than fear. You'll navigate challenges with unwavering resolve, knowing that setbacks are not the end, but simply steps on the path to mastery. You'll live a life of purpose and profound satisfaction. Not because it's easy, but because you earned it. Every day, every struggle, every hard choice will have forged you into someone you respect, someone you admire, someone others look up to. This isn't just about eliminating weaknesses. It's about building an unshakable foundation for your greatness. Every time you act with discipline, every time you take responsibility, every time you choose growth over comfort, you are building a new self. You are sculpting a life you can be proud of. The choice is yours. Will you continue to be held captive by the weak version of yourself? Or will you rise up, take command, and forge the life you truly deserve? Will you let excuses and fear dictate your days? Or will you step forward boldly and claim your future? It's time to kill that weak version. Start today. What will be your first step? Maybe it's getting up an hour earlier to work on your dream. Maybe it's putting down the phone and picking up a book. Maybe it's reaching out for help, setting a new goal, or simply choosing to do one thing you've been avoiding. Start small. Start now. The journey to your strongest self begins with a single deliberate act. Jim Rohn's wisdom reminds us, the greatest battle you'll ever fight is the one within. Win that one, and you win everything. So, what will you do? Will you let another day slip by? Or will you draw a line in the sand and say, no more? No more excuses, no more procrastination, no more settling. Today is the day you begin to build the strongest version of yourself. The journey won't be easy, but every step will be worth it. You'll stumble, you'll fall, but you'll get back up, stronger every time. The weak self will fight back. It will tempt you to quit, to fall back into old patterns. Don't listen. Remember, you are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your fears. You are the sum of your actions, your choices, and your determination. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you weaken that old self. Every time you take responsibility, you strengthen your character. Every time you surround yourself with excellence, you elevate your standards. Every time you act, imperfectly but consistently, you move closer to the life you truly want. And as you continue on this path, you'll notice something amazing. People will begin to notice. They'll see the change in your energy, your confidence, your results. You'll inspire others to start their own journey. You'll become a beacon of what's possible, not just for yourself, but for everyone who crosses your path. Remember, greatness is not reserved for the chosen few. It's available to anyone willing to do the work, to fight the battle within, to kill the weak version and let their strongest self emerge. So, take a breath. Look in the mirror. Decide right now that you refuse to be defined by your weakest impulses. Decide to be the author of your story, the master of your fate. Start today. Start with a single action, and then another, and another. The compounding power of small, deliberate choices will carry you farther than you can imagine. You have everything you need within you. The courage, the discipline, the potential. All that's left is for you to act. So what will it be? Will you let the weak self win? Or will you fight every day to become the person you were always meant to be? The greatest battle you'll ever fight is the one within. Win that one and you win everything. Subscribe for more life-changing wisdom. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, your strongest self is waiting. Go meet them.